Standing 6 feet 5 inches tall, with one of the most powerful games on tour, this week's ATP young gun is 23-year-old Canadian Milos Raonic. After steadily climbing the rankings, 2014 has seen the big serving Raonic really make his mark. After a breakthrough run to the Wimbledon semi-finals, Raonic took that form on to claim his first title of the year at the City Open in Washington last week. Improvements have been made to all aspects of his game.
I think I've just gotten better technically. I've become more sound. I have more of an understanding of what I need to do, what my game is. And I've had a lot of experiences, tough moments that I've dealt with now with 3.5 years on tour, and then plus some difficulties, sometimes not playing well. And it gave me an understanding through experience of what I need to do in those important situations and how to play them like a top player.
Milos Raonic has a massive game. Nobody enjoys playing against somebody like that. He has a huge serve, one of the biggest serves on the ATP World Tour, and he has the forehand to back that up.
I think most of it, when you get to this stage, is mental. You know, all the shot production's there, the technique's there, and I think it's just that real inner belief, that self-belief when you walk out there that you belong there. And that comes over time and obviously through results. And I think mentally, you see when he walks on court now, he's one of the big guys.
Raonic beat compatriot and fellow young gun Vasek Pospisil to win in Washington. More evidence that Canada now has a golden generation.
The kind of culture that's growing around Canadian tennis is really improving, and I think the respect and appreciation for the Canadian tennis player in Canada is really getting better, and I think it's leading more kids to want to play tennis.
I just feel like a bit of a wind of change with the mentality, the Canadian mentality, and what we're expecting out of Canadian players, and you know, hopefully these guys just keep pulling everybody from the bottom up.
In 2013, Raonic added former world number 3 Ivan Ljubicic to his coaching team. The Croatian has been a central figure as Raonic aims to take the final step.
When you step out on the court, it's completely individual. But I think what gives you the peace of mind is knowing you have the right people around you, and that do put in 100% for you, and that do sacrifice for you just as much as you do on your own.
I feel like he has a good team around him, his tennis. I have a lot of respect for a guy like Ivan Ljubicic, who's coaching Milos right now.
What I like about him is that he's really making steps forward. There's no elevator up and down, you know, he's making steady progress. He's now a solid top 10 player, and we want to build on that. And then it takes time. It's not overnight, but it's been tremendous this year.
Riding high on his new belief, this is a young gun leading the charge against the old elite.
I think he can be number one. I wouldn't be surprised to see him on top of the world. How soon, it's hard to say, but I wouldn't really limit him.
Hard work always pays off, and the patience for that time when it does pay off is as important as the work.
Next week on ATP World Tour Uncovered, behind the scenes in Cincinnati, we're at the Western and Southern Open. And in Cincy, we're invited to a very special doubles charity event with the top teams involved. Don't forget to log on to atpworldtour.com for your 24/7 breaking news and chat with us on Facebook and Twitter in English and Spanish. See you next week.